Today is Wednesday, January 27. My name is Pastor Anthony, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Today our text comes from Matthew 24. Jesus answered, "Watch out that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah, and will deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come." Matthew 24, verses 4 through 6. This month I have been struck through the assault on the U.S. Capitol, the protests against lockdowns, masks, and vaccines, and the prevalence of numerous conspiracy theories from QAnon and other sources swirling through the internet feeds of the people we know. I have been struck through all these things that we perhaps haven't been talking enough about the end times in church. The words of Jesus from Matthew 24 have sprung to my mind numerous times this past month, as I've begun more and more to witness the distinctly religious character of some of the disinformation, conspiracy theories, and protests out there, to say nothing of the quite religious way that some hold to these beliefs. A number of these threads of disinformation lay a nearly ultimate claim on truth or knowledge that really is more the realm of faith than civics. Some threads are even more overt. Some evangelical leaders in the States have claimed for the past 4 to 5 years that Donald Trump is or was the Lord's anointed, which is another way of saying what in Hebrew is Messiah, meaning the Lord's anointed. Hence, my reflections on our true Messiah's words from Matthew 24, where Jesus explicitly warns us a few times across the chapter against the deception of false Messiah figures. Now, it can be easy to get caught up in some of these threads of disinformation, especially when we feel distrustful of authority, feel unheard, have been hurt by those in authority, or receive this stuff as a recommendation from a friend we trust. Being an insider to some secret or sensational reality can return to us a feeling of a sense of control over an otherwise chaotic world, or can add fuel to our already simmering dislike of those in power. But the truth is rarely so sensational. It's often much more commonplace, sad, even boring. So when we hear of troubling evils in this world, or sensational rumors, as many of us are hearing right now, Jesus cautions us to hold our ground. Don't be deceived, and don't be alarmed, he says. All this comes in Jesus' comments on the end times, something that has tended in Christian circles to generate quite a bit of sensational speculation itself. But I don't believe that was Jesus' intent. I appreciate how commentator Dale Bruner puts it. He says, "The signs of the end are not so much decipherable political events, with the single exception of the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem, which happened in 70 AD. So these are not so much decipherable political events, with that exception, as they are warnings to be level-headed, clear-thinking, and warmly loving Christians, even in difficult times. Jesus does not so much charge the air with signs as he charges disciples with sobriety. Jesus' sermon does not intend to create apocalyptic seers, but to create spiritual long-distance runners. It does not so much give disciples supernatural knowledge of coming events as it supplies disciples with supernatural endurance for any coming events." End quote. So, hold the line, friends. Come what may. These are challenging times. They really are. Tiring times. Times when, as Jesus will say just a few verses later, the love of many will grow cold. But the truth remains. Jesus is the Lord's anointed and no other. He is the one who saves us. And He is the one who will ultimately come again to set things right and to heal our every disease. He is our hope in the end, our only hope. So hold firm and place your trust not in any sensational internet phenomenon, but in Jesus. And let's continue to talk with each other and support each other through this time too, as we all seek to hold faithful to the truth. And as you journey on, go with the blessing of God too. May the peace of the Lord Christ go with you, wherever He may send you. May He guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May He bring you home rejoicing at the wonders He has shown you. May He bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors.